Hey guys, welcome to another video. So in this video we're going to be looking at how to make our characters stronger. So for quest 14 of the training plan, where we need 3 HP relics on priests, the HP stat it's talking about are the random stats. So the 3 random stats you get, one of them needs to be HP. It's not counting for the HP stat that you get at the top of the item, the main stat. So now let's talk about how we can make our characters stronger, and let's talk about relics since we're already on the subject. So for most new players up to about level 50, you just use the relic that gives you the most attack, but as we're getting to level 60 and 70 now, we need relics that are specific to our character. So for Demiurge I recommend this Desolation set, which gives a lot of EP. EP, if you don't know, is how likely you are to land a debuff on your enemy, and that's good for Demiurge since he has the stun debuff, which is really useful if it lands. Now if you're running Momon, which is my favorite character, you could just use the Thunder set, which gives him the damage bonus, but I recommend the Termination set, which does extra crit and it gives him 20% defense nullification. So 20% of the enemy's defense will be nullified when Momon attacks, and the crit is really useful for Momon since his ult does a lot of hits. There's multiple chances for him to land a crit on one of those hits. Now if you're running something like Tank Albedo or any tank, you could use a set that gives a defense bonus. There's a few different sets that do this, but I just use the warrior set with the plus 10% defense. There's a few different sets you could use as well other than the defense ones, which are the champion set, which gives plus I think 7% HP every time you do an action, and there's also the Sterling set, which if your character has high defense like Tank Albedo, you can share that defense with other members in the party. If you're using someone like Brain, who does a preemptive strike, you could try the Stars set, but I actually think I'm going to change the set out because of something I noticed in the dungeon earlier. I don't think Brain's preemptive strike counts as assist or follow-up attack. Now on our healers, we want to use the Heartfire set. This gives a 12% buff to healing. We could also use the set that reduces cooldown, but I wouldn't recommend that since it just gives a chance to reduce cooldown, it's not a guarantee. So I say stick to the Heartfire, which just buffs all healing skills. So next let's look at skills. So basically you just want to upgrade the skills as much as possible. There's nothing really to it. Just raid the expedition every day for the books that you need to upgrade them. And you can also use these hearts at the top once you run out of skill points. So the same thing is on SSR characters. The only difference is the heart at the top is a different color, and these hearts are rarer to get, so don't waste these on characters that you may not use in the future. For me, I've only used them on Momon and Armor Albedo since I know I'll be using them for a long time. So you can get more of these hearts from event rewards like the training plan. You can also buy them in the shop using the different tokens that you get from dungeons and the arena. So you can get these hearts in a few different sections of the shop, but most of them are limited to how many you can buy at a time, and then they reset either once a week or once a month. But yeah, these pink hearts are rare, so you don't want to be wasting them, and then you won't have more when you find a character that you really do want to use. So next you want to upgrade your accessories as much as possible. You want to get to tier 9 to get the 3 bonuses that you get at tiers 3, 6 and 9. If you don't have enough crystals to go all the way, you want to at least go to tier 9 so that you get these 3 bonuses. After that it's fine if you don't really have enough crystals to level them up more. But you can get more of these crystals from event rewards, and they usually come in these boxes. So when you open one of these boxes, it gives you an option of which type of crystal you want to get, and you can also buy these boxes from some sections in the shop. But yeah, basically once you run out of these crystals completely, it's difficult to farm. You can only farm the dungeon that gives you crystals a few times a day, and then you have to wait for the next day to farm again. And even if you do farm these dungeons, they barely give you any crystals. So I recommend you to upgrade your main character to the max, and then if you have any left, don't take too many characters of the same color. because if you have, like for example, 5 red characters, you're going to use too much crystals and you're going to run out. Now you can also buy skill books from the different sections of the shop as well, but if you're going to be buying accessory crystals, I don't recommend you to also buy the skill books, because then you're going to be wasting too many tokens. So for skill books, they're pretty easy to farm on the expedition, so I recommend to get them that way and not to purchase them from the shop. Thanks for watching. If you've made it this far, I'd appreciate it if you subscribed and liked the video, and I'll see you guys in the next video.